Warning! The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Geoguessr. We are doing a coastal world today. It's a map by mapper we haven't done in a long time, and we're in the EU. Although, is that blue on both sides? No, it's just on a single side. Fuck. Alright, well, we're on the coast. Waters to our west. It looks like we're on the right-hand side. We know it's Europe, so we're going to expect to see kilometers. The issue now is, where the fuck are we? Right? Surf trip, but it's also Escola de Surf. So it's in two languages. We have English and whatever is the native language. Hopefully that is helpful. Although, it might not be. France, Italy, Spain, Portugal, probably our top four. I hope I said 4 countries. I don't even remember at this point. Oh god, I thought that was red marking on the side, but it just ends up being one of the reflectors. I don't know, it feels pretty Mediterranean. We're in a town called Cap Breton, Commune Horst Tafta, Avenue of the Notre Dame. Does that necessarily mean we're in France? No. Does that lead more credibility that we're in France? Probably. Cap Breton, Cité Maria, École de Surf Informatique. Yeah, no, this is probably French, right? I'm thinking it's French. Which means we're on the western coast. What were those? Did anyone see that when I zoomed in? They were like black bars. I don't know, I'm going crazy. We're actually going to be like on the coast though. So, what is it? It's the Cap Breton. I feel like we should be able to see that. The issue is, I'm not fully convinced we're in France. So how are we supposed to... Well, there's the yellow license plate in the back. That's the old French, right? 2008 or something? So maybe that does lead us more towards France, although there's nothing that says we can't be in Spain, right? Although it doesn't really feel like we're in the Spanish-speaking area. The language doesn't seem Spanish. Maybe I'm just fucking out of my mind. Over by some pirate thing. So this is a touristy spot. As you can tell, they have like a nice slide and everything. No flag on the flagpole that's representative of a country. We do have a marina. We might be able to see flags on some of the boats. That's a red flag. We're fucked. We're out of time. We don't have enough to do whatever we need to. And it looks French. It looks fucking French. We're going down here. Why? Because it's like middle-ish. And actually it ends up being a lot further south. Here's Cap Breton. So we would have been able... no, we wouldn't have, because we wouldn't have gone in that close. Maybe. We probably would have gone this close. But we would have started north. And we would have gone south. So finding it, we might have run out of time. Probably Cambodia or Thailand. I want to go Cambodia because of the raised houses, but the fact that we're really, like, on the coast, you're not supposed to be surprised. You got to worry about flooding, right? Coastal flooding is always an issue. So the fact that most of these houses are raised doesn't really seem to point to any one specific country. I could see this being the Philippines. I could see this being Indonesia, Malaysia. I could see it bringing pretty much Southeast Asia. I think that's the general region we have to worry about. Waters to our east, so it could be Thailand. It can't be Cambodia, though. Because Cambodia doesn't have waters to the east. It still could be Malaysia, and it still could be Indonesia. We need to find a flag. I don't think we will, though. But this, I want to say, feels incredibly familiar. I feel like we've been to this location before. But that could just be that we've seen places similar to this. Which I believe was the Philippines. I believe when we had a location like this, it was the Philippines. Let's see. Yeah, no, I actually think we've been here. I think we've been to this exact location before. Although I don't remember where we ended up guessing. We should be able to find something along the way. Right? Segoya, that looks like Indonesia. GG mild break the limit. I don't think those are cigarette advertisements, though. They could be. We need to find something better. Something better, man. I didn't want to go this way, but okay. If we're going with Indonesia, Eastern Coast, we could probably get away with over here, right? East Java. Why? Because it's East Java. If you can guess East Java, and you have no clues to tell you you're not in East Java, you should probably guess East Java. Yeah, no, I think we have been here, because I saw this again, and I was like, oh, that's a flag, and then you get there, and it's not. It's just a blue tarp covering that. Indonesia right there. So, we know we're in Indonesia. What's gonna be over here? I just know it's gonna be fucking over here. Fuck, man. So we definitely have been here. It's just I don't remember where we ended up. I don't. It happens all the time. There comes a time where you will recognize locations, but that doesn't mean you remember where you ended up. This definitely is familiar, and I hope you guys don't think I'm crazy, and hope you guys recognize it as well. But I just don't remember. I don't. So we're going with not East Java, because I don't think it was East Java last time. But I'm probably wrong. It's probably one of those stupid islands. It ends up being one of those stupid islands. So if we would have guessed East Java, we would have done decent. We wouldn't have done as well as Wolf Tracker. But it does end up being Bira. B-I-R-A. Off of Sulawesi. So we gotta make up a lot of stuff. Water to our north. It looks like Japanese, although this location feels familiar too. And you know what I think this location is? I think it's Guam. I think this is Guam. We're going to have to go around. I think we've actually been here, and I think the Japanese threw everybody off. I believe if we continue to go, we eventually find a U.S. speed limit sign. And it's not in kilometers, which would put it as miles per hour, which would then solidify it being Guam. It doesn't feel very Japanese. There's the veteran cemetery. So, out in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere on Guam. Water to our north. I think we're on this point. And then maybe not there. Is there any place that would have... I mean, there's plenty of places, but like... I'm trying to think, where would the veteran cemetery be? National War Dog. Here's a cemetery. Here's a cemetery. If we continue this path... Statue of Liberty. Not the actual Statue of Liberty. Guam Greyhound Park. The Japanese fortification. So it makes sense to have it. Beaches, beaches, beaches. More beaches. More reserves. It's probably over here. Beach Pavilion. It doesn't even say what half of these things are. But I'm pretty sure, like, we're over here. Like, pretty sure. It might be even over here more. Alright. Which would then indicate that we've been here before. So, out of the last three, 2 of them have been repeat locations. Is that enough to retire this map? I don't think so. Mainly because we haven't played this map in quite a little whiles now. We actually might be on this road. Although it does connect. So if we hold on, let's return to start, right? It kind of just ends over this way, the road. Which it does. So we might be a little bit over here more. Although I don't think this is a wildlife refuge. Well, refuge. Fuck. But where else could we be? I know we're here, right? I know we're here. It's just where. We gotta be where a road ends. So here's the road. We could be over here, but it doesn't seem like we were heading northwest. So maybe this road, or this road, or down here more. We're just out of time, so. It ends up being the Northern Marina Islands, not Guam. Over by Suicide Cliff and the Bonzi Cliff Monument. So, I believe this is part of the chain. We don't end up being too bad. Hopefully, that's enough to throw some people off. But again, we kind of recognized it. I thought it was Guam. It's not Guam. But it's close enough to Guam where we can get away with, yes, we did recognize it. Water to our south, kind of to our west. But like, you also say it's to our east. Dirt road, right-hand side, motorcycles, cement pavings. It feels like the sun is setting or just stuck behind some clouds, but it does feel like it is to our north. So, southern hemisphere. Can we... No, Sri Lanka drives on the left, so it's not Sri Lanka. What do we have here? No signs, no language, no information. I don't know why I want to say Sri Lanka. I don't think it's Taiwan. I think it's the South Pacific again. What do we got? There's the P, so I'm pretty sure that actually is Indonesia. So western coast of Indonesia. I don't think we're on Borneo, so I think it's going to end up being Sumatra. We just got to choose a random coastline, to be honest. We're going to have to keep looking, though. I don't think where we have it is a good guess. It's good to start. You know what this feels like? This feels like Bhutan. I know it's not, but it really does, doesn't it? Bhutan doesn't have any coast. They're landlocked. So, can't be Bhutan. Does that move it, though? Not too sure. Bullabog Bridge? Ooh. But, fuck. Philippines, they drive on the left, don't they? We're definitely on the right. I don't even remember anymore. My brain's starting to get fried. It's already gone. I don't think the Philippines has those colorful trucks either, man. I don't think they do. Granted, we're on a dirt road, and we were following a motorcycle. So motorcyclists are more likely to just drive the least bumpy path. And if that just happened to be on the right-hand side there, then that's the right-hand side. So we can't really rely on that too much, especially since it's a dirt road. And a motorcycle on a dirt road is not a comfortable ride. So I don't think we could rely on that to determine if we are on the left or the right. We haven't seen too much English. Everything's been in Latin characters. With South Pacific somewhere, that said caution, and I recognize that. Do we move it to the Philippines? Slowed down under construction. I guess we do. I guess we do. I don't know where else it could be, man. We really don't have too much of anything. We haven't found a lot of clues. We know the water's to our west. That's it. That's pretty much it. We can't rely on where these vehicles are because they're construction vehicles. They could be facing the wrong fucking way. It seems like we're on a one-lane road at this point. And it does end up being the Philippines. Sibuyan Island? Which is definitely not an island I'm too familiar with. And it looks like Wolf Trekker and myself had a pretty good guess. I mean, it's not like we had bad guesses here. We just didn't have it spot on. And then the last and final location, 2 kilometers, so we're not in the United States. Waters to our north. Ireland, maybe? Maybe North UK, which is Scotland. Maybe even Northern Ireland. Nothing that we could really determine. We do have like a dirt gravel road. Maybe that's important, but it turns paved. But at the same time, do you really expect it to be pavement all the way to the beach? I don't. Not even in the United States I do. Ross Beach Road. It feels like we're on the left. We're definitely on the left. So, where's the sun? Sun appears to be to our south, which was in the northern hemisphere. UK, Scotland, Wales. Ireland, North Ireland. It doesn't feel like any of those locations. Maybe the sun isn't to the south. You know what this feels like? Kind of feels more like New Zealand. City Hotel, Master Brewers, DB Draught, Hydraulic, fuck, Husqvarna. With water to our north, we're more likely to guess the northern coast. Fuck, I don't think it's Australia. I don't. I don't know why, though. Hakitika on red 6. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 5. Here's 3. Here's 2 again. Here's 6. Alright, so North Coast 6. We need to find Greymouth. Greymouth to our north-ish. Where does 6 go? 6 kind of ends over in Blehem. So we gotta be over here more. Except it does go down. Motukopika. And it comes over here as well. Charleston. Punakti. Greymouth. Okay. Okay. So definitely New Zealand. It feels like that's telling us Greymouth is to our north. And here's Hotika. So Hotika is also to our north. So that puts us south of Hotika, right? Obviously. Where south of Hotika? I'm not too sure. Was there a different sign in here that might have told us a town name? We have RVFP. That could be something with an R. So Ruatupu, maybe? Veterans Fire Bureau? I don't know. I'm making up shit at this point. We have Ross Motors. I don't know if Husqvarna is a key. Hydraulic and hose fittings. We gotta be on the coast though, right? Fuck it. We're over here somewhere. We're over here somewhere. And Wolf Tracker does end up getting the perfect score. It ends up being a town called Ross, which I probably assume that was somebody's name, whether it's their last name or their first name. But we're only 7 miles off, so this is the top 10 holiday park, which is actually pretty interesting, but not a bad guess. Not. We were able to find Hokitika and Greymouth, and we just went south. And we ended up not doing bad. Not doing bad at all. However, we're not walking away with this one. We're not. We didn't do so great in Indonesia. We didn't do bad in every other place. Considering we had islands, guys, I think that's pretty good. But we do have to check out the high score. We do have 13 people playing. So we have Wolf Tracker in first at 23, followed by Benedict Swanker in second at 22. Bentley Aaron at 21-1. We all saw how I did with Quantum Gravity, only about 350 points behind us. Martin coming in 6th. It looks like that Guam location definitely played a role. And I feel like we had a little bit of an advantage because we were able to remember it. E-Chandler coming in 7th. 11th have turned around coming in 8th. Scribbles in 9th. Tin in 10th. Actually getting a very good score. Very good score there. Not bad. Bo coming in 11th. Cedric Tiger coming in 12th. And Carl's Abenture, a YouTuber, coming in 13th. Not bad, man. I feel like we had a little bit of an advantage. I do. We recognized at least 2 of those locations. We might not have been able to pinpoint them, but we were able to recognize the general area that they should have been in. And that is more than enough to give us an advantage. Now, here comes the second part of the video. Oh, there's a second part. We did do the Quarantine Madness League today. I believe every other league we have plenty of time. We'll be able to do a Rural World on Monday. We'll be able to do a World League on Wednesday. We'll be able to do a Diverse World next Thursday. So we only have to do Quarantine Madness today, and we'll also have a Quarantine Madness tomorrow for Easter. Now, if you guys have not played this league yet, now is the time to pause the video, go play it yourself, and then come back. There's no point in cheating. It's supposed to be friendly, fun, competitive league. We were 19th yesterday. It looks like we're still 19th today. We do need to raise this a little bit. I do want to get into the top 15. We're not out of it. We're not. It's not like we have a huge point gap to overcome. Podix pretty much gonna win. I mean, Roland's pretty close. Simi is also really close. So the top 3 all pretty close. Geography challenges, you know, we got plenty of people up here. I do want to break the top 10 eventually, but aiming for Wolf Tracker spot is definitely our current goal. It looks like Seppo actually dropped out, so they must have not done so great. I don't know what map we're playing today. Hopefully it's a good one. And I don't know what I would consider good, something that we could easily find clues, but then everyone's going to have a really good score. But again, if you have not done this yet, please pause it now, go play it, come back. It will be here. It's not going anywhere. And hopefully we can get some good scores in. But let's start up. Covered bridges around the world. Are you fucking kidding me? Alright. We're allowed to move in this. It's yellow divider line, right-hand side. We're in the United States. I don't know where the covered bridge is. This is definitely not the covered bridge. Is it this? Is it this thing right here? That's the covered bridge. Alright. 30 seconds. We need to find a fucking road marking. Like, fast. This is the United States. There should be road markings pretty much everywhere. That's a blue and white license plate that I want to say is Connecticut. No, that's definitely Connecticut. Okay, so somewhere in Connecticut is a covered bridge. Don't ask me where, because I don't fucking know. I do know that there are a lot of covered bridges in the United States, where one of my sister's friends, she's part of the Covered Bridge Society. Yes, it exists. And basically, they're people who keep track of covered bridges and basically go there to look at them, preserve them, take pictures of them, draw them, do whatever, and to explore these covered bridges. Now, it does look like we have a better score than Roland does. So Roland's in first place. We got that because we recognized the license plate. However, we did not actually know where it was, and if we go in here, it's not even on the map that there was a covered bridge here. Which, I guess, happens. I mean, it was definitely tucked away. If you didn't know that this map was for covered bridges, I don't think we would have found that, to be honest. Number 2, yellow divider line again. Right-hand side. Sun to our south. Where's the covered bridge? This? Maybe. Fuck. I think we're in the United States again. We might be an all-U.S. map. It really might be. Can we get .ca? That's Canada, actually. So somewhere in Canada? Ontario? Maybe? Maybe? I'm not too sure. I don't know any Canadian license plates. I have a better job at figuring out everything else. I'm pretty sure that is the Fleur de Loup, which is Quebec. Quebec area. SUD. I don't know what SUD stands for. Fuck. Suds? It might be a region. 271. We don't have time to find 271. Hoping for fucking luck here. And actually, it ends up being a little bit to our east. Actually, a lot of bit to our east. It looks like Roland did find 271. Yeah, we could have found 271 and we would have placed it over here. So, we looked in this area and it was over here. Not too far away. I think we only are back 500 points. Speed limit's 45, that's a US sign. Where's the covered bridge here? This? That's a walkway. That's a pedestrian bridge. Maybe that's still a thing. I'm not too sure. Somewhere in the United States, feels kind of cold. Fuck. Return to start. We had cars, right? We had cars. License plates. Kind of white. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania license plate. Pennsylvania's huge, though. So that's not too helpful. It's kind of hilly, and the further west you go, the less hills there are. So I do feel like we're kind of out here more. Well, I don't really see any big mountains in the distance. And I don't even know if relying on one vehicle's license plate is going to be enough. But it's a challenge, and we have a minute, so we really don't have a lot of time here. Oh, no. Yeah, this is Pennsylvania, for sure. Benton. I don't know where Benton is. It's too late anyway. Found it. Yeah, we're still needing 500 points. So, not bad. Do I say the United States again? Probably. We have deer crossing signs, kind of weird license plates. Here's the covered bridge. I don't know that license plate. I don't. No front license plate. That's not helpful. Maybe we can get away with North Carolina. Maybe. Mainly because they have a little bit of... They have the Wright brothers airplane in the middle, so there's a little bit of a blue hint, and it definitely looked like we had a blue hint on it. City limit of Tracy. I've never heard of Tracy. It's a city with a population of 208. There's no fucking reason that you are a city with 208 people. It kind of feels that way. That's the sign we needed. What does it say? We have St. Joseph and something. We're out of time anyway. Hopefully we have a good guess. And it ends up being Kansas. Actually, no, this ends up being Missouri, over by Kansas City. So there's where we lose most of our points. I don't actually know the Missouri license plate, so there's no surprise there. Is this the United States? It's the United States again. All right. 4 USA locations, 1 Canada. We have front license plates, although they are white. I don't really know what that means. If we could find a better look, maybe. This feels more northeastern. What do we got? It could be old New York, but we would see a lot more yellow nowadays because New York moved to yellow license plates. That's Connecticut again. So maybe we could be Rhode Island or Massachusetts, because that's Massachusetts right there. So Connecticut, Massachusetts. This is not too sure. It's not Vermont, I can tell you that much, because Vermont is green. We have the Purple Heart Trail. Does that say Massachusetts on it? It does say Massachusetts. So we are in Massachusetts. Although I can't really make out where in Massachusetts. Sandwick? Something Wick. And it ends up being near the Southwick. We actually made up the 400 points, but not getting the Missouri definitely hurt us there. We actually had some really good guesses. We're walking away with 20,000. Mainly from license plates. We did most of that from license plates. We didn't even see covered bridges 90% of the time. I think that's really fucking good. I was really concerned about this. I do know the Northeast has more covered bridges than pretty much anywhere else. Mainly because I'm from the Northeast, so I've seen covered bridges before. But there are definitely covered bridges throughout the United States. Our one fuck-up comes to Missouri. And it didn't really feel like we were in the Midwest there. But we're really on the border of the Midwest, you know? We're over on the pizza guys. Because if you guys remember, here's the chef hat, here's the nose, here's his body holding a plate of Kentucky Fried Chicken, pants, boots. You know, we're on his torso. We're on his shoulder blade. The high score, we're actually in 9th. Wow. Wow. So Roland is coming in first place at almost 23,000. Some very good guesses out there. Topodic coming in second at 22.6. Simi's in 5th at 21.6. Wolftrekker not too far behind Simi. So hopefully both Wolftrekker and myself are going to be moving up in this. 9th is not bad. North Carolina, we should have just... I don't know, man. I felt like East Coast was play there. Let's see. As we slowly scroll down, it doesn't look like we have anyone more than 41. So hopefully you guys do go out and you do play this before you watch this. There's no point in cheating. I don't get it. I don't get the point of it. But thank you all so much for joining us. We do have another Quarantine Madness that will be going up tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern on Easter. But until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Easter if you guys celebrate it. If not, enjoy just a typical Sunday, I suppose. But enjoy the rest of your day. Wash your goddamn hands. And bye-bye.